to make learning English fun, practical, and easy. If this is your first time listening, we are so happy to have you here. My name is Jeff.
And I'm Emma. Whether you are just starting to learn English or already know the basics and want to improve, this podcast is for you. Our goal is to help you speak and understand English with confidence. We speak at a medium speed, so you can follow along easily, but feel free to adjust the playback speed to what works best for you.
Before we dive into today's episode, we have a quick reminder for you. If you enjoy this podcast and want to keep learning with us, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you'll stay updated with our latest episodes, and we can continue learning and growing together. So hit that subscribe button now and let's get started.
That's right, Jeff. In each episode, we share simple tips and techniques to help you learn English. But before we dive in, let's remind everyone about the DCD approach.
The DCD approach is all about daily consistency and discipline. These three principles are the foundation of our podcast. By following this approach, you can make English practice a daily habit, stay consistent, and use discipline to overcome challenges.
Let's break it down. Daily means practicing English every day. It doesn't have to be long. Just a short session can make a difference. For example, you can watch a short video, listen to a song, or read a paragraph from a book.
Consistency is the magic that makes daily practice work. If you practice regularly, even for a few minutes, you'll notice big improvements over time. Think of it like watering a plant. If you water it every day, it will grow. The same happens with your English skills.
And discipline means sticking with your practice, even on days when you don't feel like it. We all have busy days, but discipline helps you stay on track and reach your goals.
By the way, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Subscribing helps you stay updated with all our new episodes, and it motivates us to keep creating content to support your learning journey. So click that subscribe button and join us as we learn together. Okay, guys, welcome to our podcast, New Year Celebrations.
Yep. Today, we are talking about a very exciting topic: New Year celebrations around the world.
That's right. Before we talk about specific countries, let's start with common activities people do to celebrate the new year, as well as some things they should and shouldn't do, and why.
One popular activity is making resolutions. These are promises to ourselves to improve something, like exercising more or learning a new skill. It's a way to motivate ourselves and set goals for the upcoming year.
Yes. I remember one year I made a resolution to read 20 books, but I only managed 10. Still, it was better than none. Resolutions don't have to be perfect. They're about trying to be better.
That's great, Jeff. My favorite resolution was learning to bake. I made cakes for all my friends by the end of the year. Resolutions like this can bring new skills and happiness to your life.
Another common activity is cleaning the house. Many believe it's a way to get rid of old energy and start fresh. I do this every year. It feels so satisfying. Plus, having a clean and organized space gives you a clearer mind for new beginnings.
Absolutely. People also love celebrating with fireworks. They are colorful and exciting, but remember, safety is important. Always follow local rules. I had a funny experience once when a firecracker scared my cat. Poor thing hid under the couch all night. Fireworks are fun, but should always be used responsibly.
Another big tradition is gathering with loved ones. Some families have special meals or play games together. It's a time to reflect on the year and share joy with those closest to you. I always host a game night with my family on New Year's Eve. It's become our tradition.
That sounds wonderful, Jeff. Now, here are some things you might want to avoid. For example, in some cultures, it's bad luck to argue or cry on New Year's Day. They believe it sets a bad tone for the year ahead. I always try to stay cheerful and avoid stressful situations on that day.
Another thing to avoid is spending all your money. Some think it's important to save a little to ensure financial stability in the coming year. My mom always reminds me to leave some money in my wallet for good fortune. It's a simple habit that feels meaningful.
Also, don't forget to avoid leaving unfinished tasks or projects if you can. Some believe that starting the new year with incomplete work can carry over unfinished business into the rest of the year. It's like a clean slate for your goals and responsibilities.
These traditions may vary, but they all aim to welcome the new year with positivity. Whether it's making resolutions, cleaning the house, or spending time with loved ones, the focus is on hope and improvement. Let's now explore how specific countries celebrate. Now, let's talk about the new year in the United States. In the U.S., people love to party on New Year's Eve. They count down from 10 seconds to midnight. I joined the Times Square celebration once. The energy was incredible. Thousands of people gathered to celebrate together. It felt like being part of something huge.
That sounds amazing, Jeff. Many watch the ball drop in Times Square, New York City, on TV, or in person. It's a huge event, with music performances and a festive atmosphere. Fireworks and kisses at midnight are also popular. I love the tradition of toasting with champagne. It feels so celebratory and fancy.
People also often have house parties with friends and family. There's music, dancing, and lots of food. A popular dish to serve is black-eyed peas, which are believed to bring good luck for the year ahead. Cornbread and collard greens often accompany them because they symbolize wealth and prosperity.
And let's not forget the parades. The Rose Parade in Pasadena, California is world famous. It's so beautiful with all those floral floats. Have you ever been to a parade, Jeff?
I did once. It was amazing. The creativity people put into those floats is incredible. Each one tells a story, and the flowers make them look magical. Some people even camp out overnight to get the best viewing spots.
Another fun tradition is writing down your resolutions and sharing them with friends. It's like a way to keep each other accountable. I've noticed people also reflect on the past year by creating vision boards for the future. It's such a creative and hopeful activity.
Some families even celebrate by watching movies or playing board games. It's a quieter way to ring in the new year, but just as special. And let's not forget the midnight snacks. People love serving finger foods like sliders, wings, and dips.
Oh, and in some parts of the country, they have quirky traditions. For example, in certain southern towns, there are possum drops where a stuffed possum is lowered like the Times Square ball. It's fun and unique to the local culture.
And speaking of unique traditions, some people in the Midwest take polar bear plunges jumping into freezing lakes or rivers on New Year's Day. It's believed to be a refreshing and adventurous start to the year.
Emma, that's brave. There are so many ways to celebrate in the U.S., from big parties to quiet family traditions. It's all about welcoming the new year in your own way. In Poland, they call New Year's Eve Sylwester. People enjoy dancing and fireworks. I attended a Sylvester party last year, and the music was fantastic. There were DJs and live bands playing everything from traditional Polish music to international hits.
That's true. They also drink champagne and make wishes for the new year. My Polish friend once taught me how to say Happy New Year in Polish. Szczęśliwego Nowego Roku. It's a mouthful, but it's fun to try.
Did you know that Poles also love to watch old comedy movies on New Year's Eve? Sami Swoi is a classic that many families watch together. It's like a nostalgic tradition that brings everyone together.
That's so interesting. Another unique tradition is tossing small amounts of bread or food outside for animals. It symbolizes sharing and kindness, and it's a way to include nature in the celebrations. I think it's such a thoughtful gesture.
And let's not forget the midnight feast. People in Poland often prepare big spreads of food, including pierogi, sausages, and bigos, a hearty stew made with cabbage and meat. I once tried bigos at a Polish New Year's party, and it was delicious.
Some people also make traditional desserts, like poppy seed cake or sernik, which is a type of cheesecake. Sweet treats are believed to bring sweetness into the new year.
Fireworks are also a huge part of the celebration. In cities like Warsaw and Krakow, there are massive displays that light up the sky. People gather in squares to watch and cheer together.
And there's dancing. Many Sylvester parties go on until early morning. People waltz, polka, or just dance to modern music. It's all about having fun and enjoying the night.
One thing I loved was the tradition of writing down your wishes for the new year and burning them. It's believed that the smoke carries your wishes to the heavens.
That's beautiful. Sylvester is such a lively and heartfelt celebration. From the food to the fireworks, it's a night full of joy and hope for the year ahead. In Japan, people clean their homes before New Year's Eve. This tradition is called osuji. I tried it when I lived in Japan for a year. It really felt like a fresh start. People believe that cleaning removes any bad luck or negativity from the past year, making space for good fortune in the new year. It's not just about tidying up. It's a symbolic gesture of renewal.
At midnight, they visit temples and ring bells 108 times to get rid of bad luck. This is called Joya no Kane, and it's deeply spiritual. The 108 rings represent 108 earthly desires in Buddhist tradition, which people aim to leave behind. I visited a temple during New Year's once, and the atmosphere was so peaceful and meaningful.
They also eat special food called osichi. It's beautifully arranged in lacquer boxes and includes dishes like sweet rolled omelets, black beans, and herring roe. Each item has a symbolic meaning. For example, black beans are believed to bring health, and herring roe symbolizes fertility. I used to enjoy osechi with my neighbors when I lived there.
Don't forget the tradition of sending New Year's cards, or nengajo. It's a way to stay in touch with friends and family. The cards often feature the zodiac animal of the upcoming year. If you send them by a certain date, the post office ensures they arrive on January 1st. I've sent nengajo a few times, and it's such a thoughtful way to connect.
Yes, and people also watch the Kohaku Utagassen, a music show on TV. It's a big deal in Japan. Families gather around the TV to enjoy performances by popular singers. The show is a competition between two teams, red for female artists and white for male artists. It's both entertaining and nostalgic.
Another special activity is Hatsumode, the first shrine visit of the year. It's a chance to pray for health and happiness in the year ahead. People often buy omamori, good luck charms, and write wishes on wooden plaques called ema. The shrines are usually very crowded, but the experience is unforgettable.
Let's not forget about toshikoshi soba, or year-crossing noodles. Eating these long noodles symbolizes a long and healthy life. I always enjoyed having soba with my friends on New Year's Eve.
And the decorations. People place kadomatsu, pine and bamboo arrangements, at their doorways, and shimenawa, a sacred straw rope, to ward off evil spirits. Everything feels so intentional and rooted in tradition.
Japan's New Year is truly unique, blending ancient customs with modern celebrations. It's a time of reflection, renewal, and hope for the future.
In India, New Year's celebrations depend on the region. Some celebrate in March or April, while others celebrate on December 31st. I was in Goa for New Year's once, and the beach parties were unforgettable. The music, dancing, and fireworks on the sand created such a vibrant atmosphere.
People enjoy music, dancing, and decorating their homes with lights and flowers. My friend from Kerala told me about their traditional feasts. The food sounds amazing. They prepare dishes like biryani, payasam, and fried snacks that bring families together around the table.
Another common tradition is making colorful rangoli patterns on the ground. These intricate designs are made with colored powders, rice, or flower petals. It's a way to welcome guests and bring good fortune. I tried making one once, and it was both challenging and rewarding.
Fireworks are also a big part of the celebrations in many places. I remember seeing the sky light up in Mumbai. It was breathtaking. The entire city seemed to come alive with excitement and joy.
In northern India, many people also visit temples to pray for a prosperous year. It's a mix of fun and spiritual reflection. I visited a temple in Delhi during New Year's, and it was beautifully decorated with lights and flowers.
Some regions have their own unique traditions. For example, in Punjab, people celebrate with Lohri, a festival where they light bonfires, sing, and dance. It's a way to mark the end of winter and welcome the harvest season.
In Tamil Nadu, people celebrate Puthandu by cleaning their homes and making offerings of fruits and flowers to deities. It's a deeply spiritual time.
And let's not forget the midnight countdown parties in cities like Bangalore and Chennai. People gather in hotels, clubs, and public spaces to celebrate with live music, dance, and food.
India's diversity means there's no single way to celebrate the new year. Whether it's a spiritual ceremony or a lively party, the focus is always on joy, renewal, and togetherness.
In China, they celebrate the Lunar New Year, which is based on the moon's calendar. I visited during the Spring Festival, and the dragon dances were so lively. These dances are not just performances. They're steeped in tradition, symbolizing power, dignity, and good luck. The rhythmic drums and vibrant costumes create an unforgettable experience.
Families have big dinners, watch dragon dances, and set off firecrackers to scare away bad spirits. I also loved the red envelopes filled with money. They're called hongbao. These are given to children and unmarried adults as a blessing for prosperity and happiness. It was such a joy to receive one when I visited a friend's family during Lunar New Year.
Another important tradition is cleaning the house before the Lunar New Year begins. It's believed to sweep away bad luck and make room for good fortune. This isn't just physical cleaning, it's symbolic, representing a fresh start. Families also decorate their homes with red lanterns, couplets, and paper cutouts to invite luck and happiness.
And let's not forget the delicious food. Dumplings, spring rolls, and fish are often on the menu because they symbolize wealth and prosperity. Each dish has a special meaning. For example, fish represents abundance, while dumplings are shaped like ancient Chinese gold ingots, symbolizing riches. I tried making dumplings with a friend's family, and it was so much fun. Though mine looked a bit funny.
There are also beautiful lantern festivals during this time. I attended one and was amazed by the intricate designs. The Lantern Festival marks the end of the celebrations and is a time for families to gather, light lanterns, and enjoy sweet glutinous rice balls called tang yuan. These symbolize family unity and togetherness.
Another fascinating tradition is the Nian Gao, or New Year cake. It's a sticky rice cake that symbolizes rising higher in life each year. The texture and sweetness make it a favorite among families.
Let's not forget the zodiac signs. Each year is represented by an animal, and people believe these signs influence their luck and personality. It's fun to read horoscopes and learn what the year ahead holds based on the zodiac.
The Lunar New Year is such a vibrant and meaningful celebration. From honoring ancestors to enjoying family reunions, it's a time filled with tradition, love, and hope for the future. In Indonesia, people gather at beaches, parks, or the city center. Fireworks are a big part of the celebrations. I watched a fireworks show in Bali. It was magical. The skies lit up in brilliant colors, and the cheers from the crowd added to the excitement.
They also enjoy street food and live music during the celebrations. The satay and fried bananas I tried were delicious. Street vendors line up along popular spots, offering everything from spicy noodles to sweet treats. It's a feast for the senses.
Some families also release floating lanterns or balloons into the sky. It's a way to send wishes for the new year. The sight of hundreds of lanterns glowing and rising into the night sky is truly breathtaking.
In rural areas, traditional dances and cultural performances are common. I once saw a performance of wayang kulit, the shadow puppets, during New Year's. These intricate shows often tell stories from ancient epics like the Ramayana and are a beautiful way to preserve culture.
Another unique tradition in some parts of Indonesia is the Ogoh-Ogoh parade. People create large, colorful effigies to symbolize negative elements or bad spirits. These effigies are paraded around and then burned to cleanse the community and start the new year fresh.
There's also a spiritual aspect. Many people visit temples or perform rituals to honor their ancestors and pray for a prosperous year ahead. I visited a temple in Yogyakarta during New Year's, and the serene atmosphere was unforgettable.
Indonesia's New Year celebrations are a mix of fun, food, and cultural richness. Whether it's enjoying the lively city events or the peaceful rural traditions, there's something for everyone.
In Russia, New Year is the biggest holiday of the year. Families decorate New Year trees, which look like Christmas trees. These trees are often adorned with colorful ornaments, tinsel, and lights. I helped a friend decorate one, and it was so festive. It reminded me of the joy of Christmas, but with a Russian twist.
They also exchange gifts, eat a special salad called Olivier, and watch the president's speech. I've tasted Olivier salad. It's creamy and flavorful. It's made with potatoes, peas, carrots, pickles, and mayonnaise, sometimes with chicken or sausage. It's a must-have dish for New Year's Eve.
Another popular dish is herring under a fur coat, a layered salad with fish, beets, potatoes, and mayonnaise. It sounds unusual, but is surprisingly delicious. It's colorful, with bright red and purple layers, making it a centerpiece on the table.
Russians also have a tradition of writing wishes on a piece of paper, burning it, and mixing the ashes in a glass of champagne to drink at midnight. It's a symbolic way to send your hopes into the universe. I've tried it, and while it felt a bit unusual, it was a memorable experience.
And let's not forget Dead Moroz, or Grandfather Frost, who brings gifts to children during the holiday season. He's similar to Santa Claus, but wears a long blue or red coat and is often accompanied by his granddaughter Snegurochka, the Snow Maiden.
The celebrations in Russia last for several days. People gather with family and friends, enjoying music, games, and sometimes fireworks. On New Year's Day, many go ice skating or sledding, embracing the snowy winter weather.
Another tradition is toasting with champagne as the clock strikes midnight. People clink glasses and say, "S Novim Godum," which means Happy New Year. It's a warm and cheerful moment filled with laughter and hope.
Emma. The meals can go on for hours as people eat, talk, and celebrate.
New Year in Russia is truly magical, blending traditional customs with modern celebrations. It's a time for family, food, and fun.
In the Philippines, people wear polka dot clothes for good luck. The dots symbolize coins, which represent wealth and prosperity. I found the polka dot tradition so fun and unique when I visited Manila. Even tablecloths and decorations often have polka dot patterns during New Year.
At midnight, they make noise by banging pots and pans or lighting firecrackers to drive away evil spirits. It's a noisy but joyful celebration. The streets come alive with the sounds of fireworks, horns, and laughter.
Another unique activity is jumping high at midnight. People believe it helps them grow taller. It's especially popular among children who giggle as they jump together.
Families also often prepare a feast called medianoche, featuring dishes like lechon, pancit, and sticky rice desserts. Lechon, or roasted pig, is a centerpiece for many Filipino celebrations. Pancit, a noodle dish, symbolizes long life and good health.
And don't forget the round fruits. Families prepare a basket of 12 round fruits, one for each month of the year. Fruits like oranges, grapes, and watermelons are common. It's a colorful and delicious tradition.
Some families also throw coins on the floor or toss them into the air at midnight. It's believed to attract wealth and abundance. I joined a Filipino family for New Year's once, and it was so much fun tossing coins and watching everyone scramble to pick them up.
Another interesting custom is leaving all the lights on in the house to ensure a bright year ahead. Doors and windows are often left slightly open to let good luck enter.
The celebrations don't end at midnight. Many people continue to eat, dance, and sing karaoke well into the early hours. Singing karaoke is a favorite activity in the Philippines, and New Year's is the perfect time to show off your voice.
New Year in the Philippines is all about joy, family, and traditions. It's a celebration that's both lively and meaningful, filled with hope for the year ahead.
In Vietnam, New Year is called Tet, and it's based on the lunar calendar. It's the most important holiday of the year for Vietnamese people. I celebrated Tet with a Vietnamese family once, and the food was incredible. The warmth of the family and the delicious meals made it an unforgettable experience.
Families clean their homes before Tet to remove bad luck and welcome good fortune. This tradition is called Don Dep Nha Kwa. It's not just about tidying up. It's symbolic of leaving behind the troubles of the past year. Many also buy new clothes to start the year fresh.
Another key tradition is preparing special foods. One of the most iconic dishes is ban chung, a sticky rice cake filled with pork and mung beans wrapped in banana leaves. It's shaped like a square to represent the earth. The process of making ban chung often involves the whole family, bringing everyone together.
The giving of li shi, or lucky money, in red envelopes is another important tradition. These envelopes are given to children and elderly family members as blessings for a prosperous and happy year. I received one when I was there, and it felt so special to be part of the tradition.
The streets during Tet are also a sight to behold. They're decorated with peach blossoms, kumquat trees, and red and gold ornaments. Peach blossoms represent vitality and renewal, while kumquat trees symbolize wealth and success. Walking through the markets filled with these decorations is an amazing experience.
Visiting temples is another key activity. People pray for health, wealth, and happiness. They also make offerings of fruit, flowers, and incense to their ancestors. Showing respect to ancestors is a central theme of Tet, as families honor their roots.
There are also traditional games and activities like Bai Choi, a form of bingo with singing. People of all ages participate, and it adds a festive atmosphere to the celebrations.
Fireworks are another highlight of Tet. In major cities like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City, stunning firework displays light up the sky, signaling the start of the new year. It's a moment of joy and unity as everyone comes together to celebrate.
Tet is also a time to visit friends and relatives. People bring gifts like tea, fruit, or sweets when visiting. It's a way to strengthen relationships and express goodwill.
The spirit of Tet is truly about family, renewal, and hope. It's a beautiful celebration filled with meaningful traditions. In Ethiopia, New Year is celebrated in September and is called Enkutatash. It's a unique celebration because it's tied to the Ethiopian calendar, which is about 7 years behind the Gregorian calendar. I attended a celebration in Addis Ababa, and the traditional clothing was beautiful. Women wore white dresses with colorful embroidery, and men also dressed in traditional attire.
People wear traditional clothes, sing songs, and celebrate with family meals. One of the highlights for me was the injera and stew they served. Injera is a sourdough flatbread that's a staple in Ethiopian cuisine. The stews, or wat, are rich and flavorful, often made with chicken, beef, or lentils.
Another tradition is giving small bouquets of flowers as gifts to friends and family. It's such a thoughtful gesture and symbolizes goodwill and blessings. Children often go door to door singing and handing out flowers, much like caroling in other cultures.
The celebrations often include dancing and music. Traditional Ethiopian dances like eskista involve rhythmic shoulder movements and are performed with great energy and joy. Watching these dances was a highlight for me.
People also attend church services in the morning to give thanks and pray for the coming year. It's a time for spiritual reflection and gratitude.
Enkutatash is also linked to the end of the rainy season and the blooming of the mescal flowers. The countryside becomes vibrant with yellow blooms, adding to the festive atmosphere.
It's a celebration of new beginnings, community, and nature. Enkutatash is truly a time of joy and connection in Ethiopia.
In Pakistan, New Year celebrations often include prayers for a good year ahead. I spent New Year's Eve in Lahore once, and the community spirit was heartwarming. People gathered in mosques to pray and reflect, emphasizing the spiritual aspect of the holiday.
Some people enjoy fireworks, parties, and family gatherings. It depends on the region. In cities like Karachi and Islamabad, the night sky lights up with colorful firework displays, and the streets buzz with excitement. I loved seeing the colorful lights and decorations.
Another unique aspect is the Basant festival in some regions, where people fly kites to mark the arrival of spring. The sky fills with kites of all colors and sizes. I participated in kite flying, and it was so much fun, though I wasn't very good at it.
Many families also prepare special meals to celebrate. Dishes like biryani, kebabs, and sweet treats like gulab jamun are common. Sharing these meals with loved ones adds to the joy of the occasion.
In rural areas, people celebrate with traditional music and dance. Instruments like the dole, drum are played, creating a lively atmosphere. The energy and enthusiasm are contagious.
New Year's in Pakistan is a blend of spiritual reflection and cultural festivities. Whether through prayer, kite flying, or family meals, the focus is on hope, renewal, and togetherness.
That wraps up today's video. We hope you discovered something interesting.
Don't forget to practice these words, and we'd love to hear about the New Year traditions in your country.
Share your stories in the comments. It's a great way to practice English and helps us create even better videos for you. Happy New Year, everyone!
Happy New Year 2025. See you next time.